Thank you, Dr. Stamp. The next segment of today's ceremony is the student address. Master of Science graduate Linsey Davidson has been selected through a competitive application process to provide the 2024 Convocation Student Address. Linsey, will you please come forward?
Yay.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to begin by thanking you for coming today to support those who are graduating. I am certain that this day is as special for you as it is to those receiving their diploma. Sitting before me is a community of family, friends, loved ones, professors, coworkers, and mentors who are integral to our success in achieving these incredibly challenging milestones. I have no doubt that each of you received at least one frantic text message or phone call from a very stressed out student who thought they just couldn't do it. I know my parents did once or twice. So I'd like to take a moment to thank you for supporting us as we lived our way into this dream. We are a sum total of our interactions and experiences, and I believe it is important to acknowledge and honor the integral roles you have played in helping us get to this moment. What an honor it is to be standing before you today. Never in my life have I dreamed that I would volunteer to speak publicly in front of hundreds of people. But that's the beautiful thing about life. It carries us along in ways we could never imagine. I distinctly remember sitting in this exact same courtyard about 10 years ago, about to graduate with my nursing degree. I remember laughing with friends in my cohort about how we could never in a million years imagine going back to school. I was so excited to finally be a nurse and to step into a profession that I had worked so hard for. At the time, I was exactly where I'd always wanted to be. In the back of my mind, though, I knew that I was diving into a field that had the capacity to change and evolve with me as I continue to grow in my profession. And I was thankful for all the possibilities that were laid out before me, even though I wasn't ready to think about them. In planning to speak to you today, I recalled a quote from one of my favorite books, When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. Human knowledge is never contained in one person. It grows from the relationships we create between each other and the world, and still it is never complete. The vast majority of my nursing career has been spent working as an ICU nurse, and I just have to say that I wish someone would have told me how weird people are. Sorry, what I mean to say and should say is that I had no idea the ways in which nursing would reveal to me how wonderful people are, and what an honor it is to be with patients and their families in some of the most grounding moments in their lives. There was no way anyone could have prepared me for the connection I would bear witness to and experience as a nurse. Working in the ICU during the COVID-19 pandemic is an experience I will carry with me for the rest of my life. We are working in healthcare in a time where burnout is rampant, and while that might sound heavy to some, the silver lining that I find providers focusing on is the incredible opportunity we have before us to make much needed change within the field of medicine, to shake things up and rid ourselves of things that no longer serve us. I have been surprised and inspired to witness the many ways in which people are choosing to reinvent themselves as we emerge from the pandemic. There is a strong sense of unity and camaraderie amongst those who decided to stay and recommit to our professions, to our patients, and to each other. In a way, the collective experience of the pandemic has been a catalyst for change on both a personal and universal level. For me, the experience helped bring clarity about the next steps in my career. I have been overwhelmed by the amount of support I have found here at the University of Colorado, but also from the doctors, nurses, and mentors I worked with over the last few years. There has been an abundance of encouragement, mentorship, and guidance early in my decision to go back to school, and it has been sustained through these final days in the acute care NP program. For those of you who are about to step into your first nursing role, hats off to you for how hard you have worked to be here. Earning your BSN takes a tremendous amount of focus, discipline, determination, and a whole lot of grit. I am so excited for you to start your journey as a nurse. You are going to learn and grow so much over these next few years. You will laugh to the point of tears, bond with your coworkers, cry with patients and their families, and I'm not gonna lie, the learning curve is steep, but you are well prepared to step into your roles. Don't be afraid to lean on each other on the tough days. Your careers are going to make a powerful imprint on you with moments that you will cherish forever. The ways in which doctors and nurses experience human connection is truly unique in all of the world. The level of connectivity between patients and providers lends a unique perspective, and I never could have imagined how much it would shape and teach me about what is important in this life. I've been feeling rather sentimental about my career and how thankful I am for everyone I've met or cared for along the way. I'm beyond excited and re-energized, as I hope you all are, to step through this next chapter in our careers. I have no doubt that my journey as a nurse practitioner will be just as rewarding as my time as a nurse, with infinite possibilities that lie ahead. In our professional and personal lives, there is no final resting point. There's always something more to learn. No matter your discipline, connecting to others through our passion is how we grow. As you begin your new roles in your career, remember the sentiment from Paul Kalanithi. Don't be afraid to lean into the connections that you make along the way. Those relationships will not only sustain you, but they will lift you up throughout your career when you need them the most. That's one of the most powerful lessons that I've learned in my time as a nurse so far. Thank you so much for having me here today. I hope you all enjoy this beautiful day of hard-earned celebration.